Within Commerce, Zerodha have invested with us. Okay, and A91 partners have invested with us. Akshayakalpa milk is free of antibiotics. And Akshayakalpa milk is free of aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are carcinogens.
So when you say India's first certified organic milk company, what does that really mean?
If your food is certified organic, consumers can confidently say that, hey, good production practices have been followed.
After a 17-year-long tech career in the US, there must have been a moment or an experience that made you say, I need to go back to India and do this. What was that?
So I think it is the background I come from. I come from a farming background. My father is still a farmer.
In terms of the challenges that you faced initially when you started up this entire process and the entire manufacturing facilities, etc., what were the biggest challenges?
What we are trying to do was antithesis to how a business is built. We are trying to focus on the production, not on the market. So how do we get the cash flows organized? We didn't really understand. First 9 years of Akshayakalpa, we struggled to organize our cash flows. We came close to shutdown around 6 times in 9 years. In first 9 years, that was a very, very difficult journey.
Hi everyone, I'm Avni, and today on Startup To Scaleup, we have a software engineer who quit a thriving tech career to launch an organic dairy startup, Akshayakalpa Organic, which is India's first certified organic milk company. Let me welcome on the show Shashi Kumar, co-founder and CEO, who is with me at this point. Shashi, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
Thank you, Avni, for inviting me for the show. Doing good. Thank you very much.
So let me straight off ask you, after a 17-year-long tech career in the US, there must have been a moment or an experience that made you say, I need to go back to India and do this. What was that?
So I think it is the background I come from. I come from a farming background. My father is still a farmer, but throughout his life, he really struggled to give us a good education. So that has been one of the biggest challenges. Somehow we were in the middle of a IT revolution and we became IT engineers, but that didn't solve the fundamental problem. It was always there in the back of my mind. So that's one of the reasons we have been thinking, group of friends, we have been thinking for a while, we should do something. I think in 2010 it happened. So that's what it is.
The word organic has become such a buzzword these days because people are so concerned about what's going into their bodies as well. So when you say India's first certified organic milk company, what does that really mean?
See, one part is organic, but what organic connotes is very important, there are multiple angles to organic. So generally, I would want to articulate organic from 3 points of view. So what is good for the consumer? We need to really, really look at it. And today, the food ecosystem is broken. So we need to really relook at it, and the only way to solve the problem is changing the production practices. From a consumer point of view, getting good access, through organic means, it's very easy. If your food is certified organic, consumers can confidently say that, hey, good production practices have been followed. Second part is from a farmer's point of view. From a conventional system, when you want to migrate to organic systems, and there is always a dilemma, what should I do? But over a period of time, farmers will start realizing that conventional systems are not sustainable. For example, they might give income this month, next month it might not give because soil is not responding, a lot of external inputs are required. There are a host of challenges. So it is extremely important that farmers realize the organic means sustainability. Third important aspect is natural resources. We need to really understand natural resources are limited. Be it water, be it soil, be it land, be it microbes, be it trees, whatever it is, they're all limited. And what is the way we should really relook at it? These resources and how to deploy them properly so that the next generations don't lose it. So organic production systems ensure that we are not destroying what we have, and we build it and leave some lasting legacy to our next generations.
Right. So if I buy 1 liter of Akshayakalpa organic milk that comes to me at my doorstep, uh, what can I be assured of in terms of the quality, in terms of the process and procedures that it has gone through?
See, from a consumer point of view, the first assurance is it has been certified by a third party and also it's a government agency. What is good for the consumer? If you really look at, take milk as an example. Akshakalpa milk, first time in the country, it is certified free of antibiotics. In milk, there are a lot of antibiotics. So Akshakalpa milk is free of antibiotics. And Akshakalpa milk is free of aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are carcinogens in the milk enter into the system through feed and fodder. We ensure milk is free of aflatoxins. And the entire protein aspect in the milk is actually preserved by chilling the milk at the farm level. These are the three things which ensure they are getting a good access to protein, which is free of antibiotics and aflatoxins. Given such a education is happening on AMR, antimicrobial resistance, where if you keep eating antibiotics every day, one day actually when you eat with a disease, the medicines won't work because your body has already developed. So we ensure that you are not daily taking antibiotics technically, by taking our milk. So that's from a consumer angle, Avani.
Right. And from the angle of the cows itself, because obviously there are a lot of people who feel that cows are mistreated and injected with hormones, etc., in terms of the regular milk supply that we get. But in this case, what can you tell us about how the cows are treated and how is that process handled?
Yes, if you remember the first point, what I mentioned was certification system certified by third party. So what it ensures is in any organic production system, especially under Akshakalpa system, cows are not tied and tethered. In India, cows tying and tethering is very common, and cows are under stress. So you can't tie and tether a cow to produce an organic milk. The first thing. And cows actually give an access to clean water, like as we drink water, cows also should have access to that water, and cows should have access to feed and fodder 24 bar 7. For example, we eat the food whenever we want. We can't restrict access to food, feed and fodder to the cows. Okay. And cow care, especially the calf care, takes a lot of precedence. So 1/10 of the calf's body weight you have to feed it as milk. Okay. So organic production systems ensure that if a calf is weighing 40 kgs when she is born, and you're actually feeding 4 liters of milk. So that systems are put in place and calves are taken care. So the entire life cycle, starting from the calf is born to how the cow is fed and how cow is taken care, lot of humane approach is put in place in organic production systems.
Right. The other question also, which comes in traditional, milk production, we see that the calves don't get the colostrum from the mother.
In organic production systems, it has to mandatory to allow calf to suckle mother's milk. Immediately 30 minutes within the calf is born, access to colostrum is provided. That's the standard. And calf is allowed to suckle the mother's milk. So that's fundamentally it is ensured so that that emotional bonding actually remains.
Hmm. Hmm. In terms of the challenges that you faced initially when you started up this entire process and the entire manufacturing facilities, etc., what were the biggest challenges?
See, Avani, in fact, we didn't want to start dairy. The starting
Hmm.
dairy itself was not there in our mind. What we wanted to do was go back to villages and is it possible to solve some fundamental issues in farming? Enable regular cash flow to the farmer and ensure the cash flows can be continuous. So that's what we wanted to do. So we thought dairy is a good starting point, to enable the cash flows. And so to income to be continuous, you need to take care of the soil. So what we did was, so we put in dairy system so that regular cash flow to the farmer is enabled, and The soil management is put in place so that that entire production system it continues. So the soil is taken care, fodder is grown, cows are fed on that. Okay, and crops are grown. Okay, crops are fed on that. So that entire closed loop system we have put in place. Okay, but the challenge here is how to make farmers realize that they need to produce these quality systems. Okay, there's and then second problem is okay, how do you enable consumers to trust there is something which is happening which is good for them. Okay, so the biggest challenge is how to bring these two people together. There's a farmer who is producing and the consumer who has to pay for it for farmers to make money. Okay, so the biggest challenge was that what we did at initial stages was we started telling consumers, please come and visit our farmers. So over a period of last 15 years, it has become a movement. If you take, let me say, for example, financial year 24, we bought 25,000 consumers of Akshayakalpa to visit Akshayakalpa farmers. So from Bangalore city. So that's the movement. They come and stay with the farmer, have a meal with him and see what he's doing, how is his life is, how he's taking care of the cows. The trust in the organic systems we started building, but initial stages it was very difficult. That was one big challenge. The second challenge was what we are trying to do was antithesis to how a business is built. We are trying to focus on the production, not on the market. So how do we get the cash flows organized? We didn't really understand. First 9 years of Akshayakalpa, we struggled to organize our cash flows. Okay, we came close to shutdown around 6 times in 9 years. In first 9 years, that was a very difficult journey. So that is the second challenge. Okay, from running this enterprise bootstrapped. Okay, and of course, till the market traction was created, we couldn't mobilize money from outside. That is, of course, the third challenge what we faced. But over a period of time, we streamlined all these issues.
Right now, if you had to tell consumers the benefits of organic dairy, how would you explain?
See, organic dairy is should be central to any consumer's dairy consumption. If our dairy is not organic, so actually technically is taking antibiotics. Okay, on a daily basis. If you inject a cow with 100 ml of antibiotic, actually 60 ml of that antibiotic comes out in milk. So you can imagine daily you taking small doses of an antibiotic, how the body responds. When a disease hits, body won't respond. So that is the primary message we are trying to drive home to consumers that organic production systems are required to get a quality dairy at your doorstep. So that is the main point. Organic and why organic? Because it is good for you. You're not taking antibiotics daily. But dairy is very critical, for children, and also in the grown-ups. So it has been part of our tradition. But unfortunately, over a period of time, what has happened is, we started mistreating cows, a lot of antibiotics getting used indiscriminately. They started coming out in milk. Organic production systems ensure the milk consumers are taking is free of antibiotics.
Right. And what about the price point? How much is the variance in terms of organic versus regular milk?
See, right now, if you take, let me say, Hyderabad market as an example,
Right.
and regular milk, 1 liter of milk will cost you 70 rupees. Okay, organic milk, will cost you around 85 rupees. Okay, our milk. So that's exactly how it is. It's not a much of a premium, but 15 to 20% premium, do gets added to that because production systems are complex.
Okay. What about the shelf life of organic milk? Again, that is a question that gets often debated. Is there a variance in the shelf life of organic milk compared to regular milk?
See, the shelf life of organic milk, if it is consumed raw, without, let me say, pasteurizing, it is hardly 5 to 6 hours, is the shelf life, and if a pasteurize and take it, the shelf life is as good as any other milk, it's a 1 day, 24 hours shelf life you can get.
And in terms of the nutritional benefits, let's say the fat content, other nutrition, what is the difference like?
So we don't standardize the milk. For example, if a cow is giving a milk, at 4% fat, 4.5% fat, 5% fat, we don't standardize it. what is given by the cow, nature as it is, okay, it is okay supplied to the consumer. Either it is pasteurized or it is a raw, it is supplied. Only difference is in the skim milk, some consumers don't want fat. So for them, okay, we separate and supply skim milk, but all other variants they are not standardized.
Are there any simple ways that consumers can verify authenticity of organic products, organic milk specifically?
So there is a very good identification, okay, system of any organic produce, okay, and there are existing laws. It enforces organic processor, okay, to comply to that laws, labeling laws. They are strict, okay, and they are enforceable. If you look at any organic product, okay, in the back now, okay, there are two labels, okay. One is provided by FSSAI, Food Safety Standards Association, okay, of India. So they say what is called as Jaivik Bharat logo. It in the back you can need to see Jaivik Bharat. It is issued by FSSAI. The second, okay, part, okay, is okay India Organic. So it is issued by APEDA. Okay, this is a certifying body. It goes and certifies the farms where the milk production is happening or organic production is happening, and they say yes, it complies to organic production systems. These two logos should be there in the back of the pouch or in front of the pouch, wherever it is. You should be able to see and identify this is an authentic organic product or not. Okay, so this is a labeling laws. Second part, okay, and from a compliance, okay, standpoint, okay, there are a lot of checks and balances are put in place in terms of what we call as a maximum residue level MRL standards. There are MRL standards for conventional foods, and MRL standards for organic food is 1/10 of the conventional system. For example, okay, in a conventional system, okay, you allow okay a certain chemical to exist, okay, and let me say certain percentage it can exist, but in an organic production system we have to ensure it is 1/10 of what is declared as a conventional system. So it is testable and verifiable. So this is exactly how it is. Any person who is buying organic produce, they verify the label, and if they want a certificate on tested, they need to just send a message to okay us. We'll be happy to share okay the tested batch.
Can you give us a sense of where Akshayakalpa Organic stands currently in terms of the sales, some numbers that you can shed light on?
See, Akshayakalpa is right now works with around 1,500 farmers. Okay, approximately around 1,500 farmers. Okay, producing okay close to around 100,000 liters of milk. Okay, on a daily basis. Okay, so the change what you see in Akshayakalpa's journey is how much money the farmer makes. Akshayakalpa farmer at an average makes 100,000 rupees a month. So that is the fundamental change in our journey. Okay, earlier our farmers used to struggle. Now we have brought them to a stage. The second part, okay, is in terms of where do we stand? We operate in 3 cities. Okay, we do around 35 crores monthly sales. Okay, in all the 3 cities put together. So that's where we stand, Avani, right now.
Okay, right. And what is the long-term vision over the next few years? Where would you like to see Akshayakalpa Organic?
So right now, what we are trying to do is we are operating in 3 clusters. One is Tiptur cluster in Karnataka, Changalpettu cluster, okay, in Tamil Nadu, and Gadwal cluster, okay, in Telangana state. Okay, we want to go a little bit deeper in these clusters. Okay, onboard a little bit more farmers. Right now, we work with 1,500 farmers. Maybe in next 5 years, we want to work with around 5,000 farmers. Okay, and go deeper and ensure okay that these farmers and their lifestyles okay and the income levels are taken to next level. So this is what we are really looking at Avani, for next 5 years or so.
So no plans to expand to other parts of the country right now?
No, 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 no. I think organic production systems are fairly slow. Okay, we can't really go indiscriminate, and we don't have that much bandwidth or manpower or money to go all over India.
Right, right. But do you think, as a concept, an organic dairy like yours, or this kind of an organic system, is it possible to scale it up big time?
See, there are challenges, Avani. We need to acknowledge, okay, why we are operating 3 clusters now. What we did in Tiptur, we tried to replicate in Tamil Nadu. We were not successful. So we need to customize this one to every local conditions. Okay, we cannot just copy. So the problem is, for example, conventional systems, what you did in Punjab, we try to do in Tamil Nadu. It actually doesn't work. Okay, but we force fit it. That's the reason you see a farming problems in conventional systems. In organic systems, what we need to do is we need to start customizing for every local condition. Tiptur condition is different, Puriambakam condition is different, Gadwal condition is different. So that's the reason it is scalable, but customization becomes important.
And what about the kind of funding requirements to even deepen, the process in the way you said over the next 5 years? Uh, is how do investors look at something like this?
See, the investors whom we need to work in this ecosystem, okay, they need to be very different. Okay, people should be willing for a slow growth, and people also should be willing to understand that we are dealing with farming, okay, and farmers, okay, something, okay, which is live. It is not a factory model, okay, where a lot of raw material is available, we process it and pack it. No, that's not what it is. So, given these limitations, okay, investors, what we have in the cap table are patient capital. British government has invested with us. Within Kamath, Zerodha have invested with us. Okay, and A91 partners have invested with us. It will continue to be slow. Okay, it will continue to be steady. So that's what I really look at. So therefore, long-term patient capital is required. So that's what Akshayakalpa has done right now.
Obviously, the social benefits are, immeasurable in a system like this, of course. But in terms of any kind of a path to profitability, is that something that is on the horizon right now?
Yes, see, right now we operate without losing money. We don't lose money in our operations right now. So that we will want to continue for next couple of years and try to scale the business. So that's the direction we are heading, Avni, right now.
Right. If you could sort of leave the audience with one takeaway about the future of farming, food, especially in the organic system of things, what would that be?
See, it's extremely critical that consumers understand for their own interest, their own self-interest, that they support organic production systems. If they don't support, we can't scale this. So there's one message I want to leave, Avni, that consumers need to really go on big time support wherever, whoever is producing, it doesn't matter, not only Akshakalpa. If anybody is doing organic, go and verify, okay, check, okay, and support them. Go and meet farmers, and it is consumers' best interest to get access to good food and also to save next generations from disaster we are waiting in conventional agriculture.
Shashi, what we'll do is we'll do a quick rapid fire segment. I'll ask you some questions and quick answers from you as well.
Yes, please.
Most innovative initiative at Akshay Kalpa so far?
Technology driven farming operations.
Sustainability or growth? What's the priority?
Sustainability.
One fact about organic milk that you wish everyone knew?
Everybody should know organic milk is free of antibiotics.
Okay. A common myth about organic milk that you wish to debunk?
So the organic milk, okay, takes a lot of time to produce. Okay, it is as against conventional systems. Okay,
Okay. The biggest challenge that you face today in the entire process of running Akshay Kalpa?
consumer education.
And what's the one piece of advice that you would like to give somebody who's looking to get into the same space of organic farming?
I think this is the future.
All right, we leave it there. Shashi, thank you so much for joining us and taking us through all of that.
Thank you, Oni. Thank you, Oni, for taking me on this call. Thank you.